The big news, this was today, I think. The big news, Geoff Keighley has announced on his Twitter that he will not be, for the first time in 25 years, he will not be participating in E3. He's been putting together their Coliseum events for the last few years, which is basically all the the content of the show for people who are not media, the people who are buying tickets. That's what I assume, or what those people are doing throughout the day when they're not waiting in line.
That's the interesting part about this to me.
Games.
Not that Keighley obviously was very good at that and being a hype man and having all the inside connections and everything. And he does a great job.
Yeah.
I'm interested, so is E3 Coliseum or something like that just not a thing now?
How can it not be a thing? Because that's basically what they, not only was it like the marketing part of it, because that's where all the celebrity names,
that's the panels,
gaming celebrity names are up here. Those are the panels. That's all they're really, it wasn't just marketing though. That's really the reality of what you would do if you were attending E3 as someone who bought a ticket. And not waiting. It's either you're waiting in line for 4 hours to play the Nintendo game, and then what? You got to go see some panels or something.
Yeah.
It's just not that big of a show. The floor is not that big.
The floor is pretty big. But the things to do on the floor.
Now it's pretty big.
The things to do on the floor are not so
now
big.
The floor is big.
Right, the floor, the physical floor is big. It's just that a lot of it is empty.
Yeah.
So, they can't not fill that whole ship. Maybe they don't call it the Coliseum or whatever, but there has to be a mass organization of events for the people who buying tickets to attend.
Who organizes that?
No one now.
And it's okay. It's February. I mean, E3's okay. They got time, but
no, they don't.
Their website goes live tomorrow.
So we may find out some stuff. But here's the other thing. Here's maybe the bigger part is why Geoff Keighley is not doing it. When you look at here, where's this quote? This was from, God, I like to give credit. Oh, shit. I think this is from Kotaku. I'm not 100% sure. The Post. This is from the Washington Post, this quote. Based on what's been communicated to me about the show, I just don't feel comfortable participating.
Mean?
Right.
It means that he is not confident that it's going to go well.
Right.
And if it goes sideways and it really does turn into a shit show and everyone's upset, he doesn't want his name attached to it.
Right.
Because the Game Awards has become a very profitable thing for him, and he's not going to jeopardize that. Even if he does make a nice chunk of change from E3, it's not worth soiling his brand for his show that he makes his real money from.
Plus, he doesn't need the fucking aggravation.
Yeah, exactly.
And they leaked his fucking address. I think he was part of that leak, that big journalist leak. To continue Keighley's quote here, he says, "It's no secret that E3 needs to evolve, and I have lots of ideas around that, but I've decided to take a wait and see approach. I'm looking forward to learning more about the ESA's vision for the show beyond what was in the blog post last week." If I'm going to read between the lines here, it sounds like Geoff had some ideas about what E3 should do, what the ESA should do, and the ESA didn't want to go with them, and Geoff didn't have confidence in what their plan was and what their vision for the show was, and he's just like, "All right, well, sounds like you don't need me. I'm gonna go do some other stuff."
Mm-hmm. I have my own show to worry about.
Right, and maybe I'll come by and check out the show because I live in LA.
Maybe I'll start my own video game convention.
Maybe I'll start my right. I mean,
KeighleyCon 2020.
Well, he may need a year to put that together.
KojimaCon.
Hey, I mean that'll put asses in seats.
It sure would.
You think Kojima's coming to E3 now without Keighley?
Anyone who carries all their luggage on their back gets in free.
Right.
Sony's not going to be there.
No. No. Well,
could you imagine the cosplay at KojimaCon?
Oh man,
So many uncomfortable babies.
Palmer Luckey in fishnets.
Sure.
Yeah,
He did that. Did you know?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, he dressed up as one of the female characters who wears who basically
who-
wearing no
who-
clothes, bra and panties.
Yeah, the
and
one who
stockings.
could only breathe through her skin. Yeah.
Breathe through his skin. I know the character.
She could only
I'm
breathe
familiar.
through. She only breathes through her anus, and she can't have any clothing obscuring it. Otherwise,
Look, as someone who only breathes through their anus, I can tell you,
no laughing matter.
this is not a joke. It's a serious condition. Excuse me for a second. And
Yeah. All right. So that was pretty big news for E3 as far as E3 news goes this week. I'm interested to see what the ESA's vision for E3 is, but Thorban didn't sound very impressed on Twitter.
all right.